going to pull some cards. We're going to ask some questions. I'm going to show you guys some of the old techniques that I learned when I first woke up. How to clear a human being or clear someone's chakras just by using sound. I got the solar and I have the Fibonacci tuning forks. So I'm going to teach you guys how you can lay someone down on a table and actually pull low frequency vibrational energy off of them. And the thing is, it's not just one tuning fork. It's a combination of multiple tuning forks at different pulse ratios. And I will show you, hopefully the cameras pick it up, what it sounds like. It sounds like you're on a spaceship when you do it right. But without further ado, welcome to Morning Coffee. I'm sitting in the sun today. It looks like it's nice and bright and warm. It's not. I'm just sitting here, got the t-shirt on. It's all fake. It's all smoke and mirrors, okay? It's cold, but we're going to pretend it's like a summer day. As long as the sun's out, I'm happy. That's the bottom line. Come on in, get your friends, get your family, share the video, like the video, get it out there. I'm kind of, YouTube, you guys are rock stars. I love you. Share the video. Facebook, I don't know what's going on. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's the Zuckerbucker comments. I don't know what it is, but I don't even recognize what's going on. I'm waiting for new platforms to come out. Where I can speak my mind, you know, the constitutional rights, that type of thing. But first, let it sage come in. You know what I do? I was like, I don't really feel like it. It's too much going on. Things were popping off last night here in AZ, if you guys don't know. You know, it was popping off down here in southern AZ. Right? You guys know what's going on. That video disappeared faster than I don't know what they call it. It was going pretty fast, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm going to teach you guys some cool stuff. I just want to share my appreciation for all you guys. Love and appreciation. Oh, man. Let's just pretend that there's no cameras here, and let's just wake up in the morning, shall we? Oh, God. Let's do some cool things real quick. If you're new, earth, water, fire, air, intent. This way, right? Preferably left over right to store that chi when you guys are meditating. Be very careful with that. Be very careful opening up portals without closing them. For all my fellow starseeds and angelics. Yes, I've been paying attention to my homie in Mount Fuji. Yes, I love you. And once we get our properties, yes, Mount Fuji is definitely a place I not only not want to visit, but I want to lift that place up. Mount Fuji is just rad. My homies in Japan, my homies in South America, my goddesses in British Columbia, Australia, love you. West, keep holding out. Things are changing over here. Mexico just opened its borders. I don't know if you guys know that. No more mandates, no more necessity. Mexico is wide open as of a couple days ago. That's nice to know for all you guys that like to surf like I do. I think it's about time to go back to Puerto Escondido, get some surfing, get some barrels. If you're listening to me and you are part of that awesome organization that is doing that huge pyramid build, yes, you can contact me again on WhatsApp and we can go ahead and reconvene on our project. Little solar Ascension space being created in Mexico. Absolutely. What else? Financial news. We're going to pull some cards. We're going to see what's really going on. We're going to see, you know, I wanted to kind of just hang out with you guys. There's so much weirdness going on the feeds and on these videos, and I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I absorb like so much content. It's almost a bit too much. And I'm sitting here processing, and I'm like, wow, this really is, you know, the time of distraction and illusion, right? But I can say that over these past days that the amount of downloads I've been receiving is tremendous. And what my guides were telling me is if you have to take a nap, if you have to lay down, if you don't know why you're lethargic, they keep telling me that the higher upper dimensions are braiding with the lower dimensions, and you might be tired right now or want to lay down. What's happening is they are grounding the higher frequencies into the physical. Some of us are actually those conduits in which we ground. So if it's strange, like, why am I lethargic and tired for no reason? Is it the omi womi? I'm like, nah. Regardless of what this surface tension is, or these belief systems, or this narrative going on, the planet's going through a huge ascension. We are riding, on a bandwidth of energy through the universe, oscillating at different speeds, and we're going through this this belt of energy that is really picking up our ascension and our energetic output. There are new characters I'm interacting with that are more like, I guess you would say, Galactic Federation of Worlds. After I made that one video, like 2 weeks ago, finally I got back to headquarters or whatever. They're like, yo, can we like... we get it. It's funny. We know it's, there's a lot of things. I like to make light of a lot of things because I don't want us to get pulled into a Debbie Downer discussion, right? That obviously, the world is the way it is, and there are certain things that needed to be cleaned up on this planet. Yes. Defend the children. Yes, at all costs. Stop this weird on-world, off-world slavery. Yes. Stop these little nerds, doing naughty things. Absolutely. There's a higher standard, though, that I think is going on for some of us, not only us in the physical, but above. Our higher selves and what they're going through. And I like to express that to you. I've never had easier dream time. I've met some of these families. I can tell you first and foremost that no one talks about this. The red-haired giant's eyes were different. They didn't look human. I don't know. I'm probably the first person on Earth to tell you that because no one's been alive to actually understand that. Saw the family of huge red-haired giants, was hanging out with them. I was more like a cousin, basically not from their time. And I go, hey, what's up, brother? I'm brunette, or blonde sometimes. And like an ashy blonde. But all these dudes had like red hair, and I'm not talking about red hair like, oh, it looks kind of like orange. No, it's like crimson red. Okay, first of all. Second of all, they have dragon eyes. So it's a human that has red hair, and their eyes look like dragon eyes. Okay, so again, no one's written that in a book ever, so let me explain that to you. They have red eyes like dragon eyes. So when you look at them, they have the circle, they have that Lyran circle blue, but they also have the split down the middle. So I'm hanging out with this family in Dreamtime. They're super nice. I was flying a hoverboard around, and the dad was really nice in the family, and there's like 6 or 7 brothers, and they were kind of very cliquey. Very cliquey. And I was like, hey, what's up, bro? He's like, brother? You're not my... I'm like, actually, I am your brother. I'm just more of the tan brawn version. We all weren't left here to marinate on this planet. Other people did graduate, 30,000 years ago. But I'm here to help out and see what's going on. There's a lot of really cool families out there, you guys hiding in mountains and other dimensions that some of us are reaching out to. Because the whole thing is that... with this ascension process, some of us are being used as a cross-check on all the dimensions. So I'm here to express that. If I show up in your dream time, I kind of just want to see if you're a cool person, if you want to hang out, if you're doing real stuff, like what your belief system is now. A lot of people are caught in the past. A lot of people are caught up in that king-queen hierarchy. A lot of people are caught up in separation. I'm here to tell you that some of the cedar species on this planet, they're kind of like grandma, grandpa, dude. And they're like, hey, are you guys getting along? Yes or no? Hey, if we take away all this rhetoric and garbaggio, can you guys actually come together and come from your hearts and actually get along? That's really what's being asked. And some of us are representations of that. For me to be down here, yeah, I was like reading some comments and some weird things. Let me like be real clear to everyone on Earth. I am both, okay? I'm not a Draco. I have dragon DNA from a high seraphim dragon bloodline. I am not mixed with anything Geico, okay? I'm not a Geico, thanks so much. If anything, I'm more Lyran than anything else, but I have to play this role, okay? I'm in a human suit from the man system, okay? Like many of us. The reason why I have both codexes of DNA is because I have to understand both polarities in this game. Is it something that I chose? Yes. Okay. I told you in the last video, some of us are here to raise consciousness on this planet. That's both on the night side on the right and on the left side on the light. Okay, 5D is not the end of polarity. I don't know who's writing this or scrolling this to you. 5D is not the end of polarity, kids. Okay. All of the old Republic Jedi juice in 6D Syrian land would argue with you. Or how about every Syrian that ever existed? Okay. Now I'm explaining something to you, and I've explained to you before. Do you think a Jedi is really light side? I'll give you a moment. A Jedi who was, let's just say, using George Lucas's analogy that everyone's seen to make it, more, understandable. A Jedi was kind of like the federal agents of a galaxy or of a universe. They are sent in to adjust planets, galactics, universal things. They're all about the balance, right? The balance. What I'm here to say is that if you think you're light side and you got a saber on your right hip, let's be completely clear, you're more dead center, a little off to the right on the night side. What does that mean? Doesn't mean you're not a bad person. Just means that you have to be prepared to deal with really negative, dark polarities, and you got to be ready to go that fast. Some of us have been ready to go like that for such a long time that we almost have borderline PTSD because we want to be happy. We want to feel love. We want to feel the sun. We want to feel a warm embrace. We want to do good. We want to help people. We want to help the animals. We want to grow forests of beauty. We also understand that this tug of war inside of our spirit is for a vie in our consciousness of what we decide. Okay? The strongest of us understand both sides. You can run that all the way up to the tippity top of your telephone pole. And you know what? Source, which is both, would say you're absolutely correct, son. Now here's the thing. I don't care what species you are on this planet. I don't care if you're Zeta Reticuli, if you're reptilian, if you're Sakar, if you're, Anunnaki. I don't care if you're Andromedan, Syrian, Arcturian, Palladian, Nordic, or whatever. This is what I'm keeping real tight and close to with you guys. How do you treat others? Do you treat others like you'd like to be treated? Do you treat each other with respect or disrespect? What's going on specifically with your belief system where you feel you may be superior to another being who may have chosen a different experience to gain a type of knowledge that you might not agree with? And let me explain something to you. A lot of night side beings are great at war. They suck at healing. Hashtag suck at healing. You're a Yankster, but your yin is on the low spectrum. It's like you're playing a video game and you maxed out all your stats, but when it comes to magic abilities, you're poo! You're a level 2. You got nothing. Okay. What I'm getting to in life and in your spirit and in your soul to understand, balance is difficult. It's easy to be a jackass. It's easy to be an a-hole. It's difficult to have compassion at times. It's difficult to turn the other cheek. Okay? Now, me personally, when Yeshua said turn the other cheek, he let the guy hit him once, and then when the guy swung on the second time, he just went ahead and WWF slammed him through a table. But, whatever your storybook says that wants you to be domesticated and listen to masters, I'm here to tell you that we are a galactic civilization remembering who we are. Your soul is so old that if you even saw a fraction of what you hold in your DNA, it would pop you. And what happens? You don't feel like you belong here. You feel like you're actually in a video game, and why did I sign up for this? And where's my real soul piece? And why do I have all these babysitters staring at me? And why am I playing along in this kindergarten carnival ride? The thing is that we chose here to balance a polarity and an average of the collective consciousness of a planet, not your individual juice. Your individual juice comes from your inner work, balancing and being an awesome being and coming from your heart. Awesome. But how do you reflect that out to those that may not be awake yet? How do you reflect that out to those that still blame you for things they're going through? When do you become strong enough to project your light through any level of darkness and still hold your ground? That is something that many of us light workers and light warriors have to deal with daily. It could be friends, could be family, could be onlookers, could be fans, could be subscribers. Listen, I'm not here and we're not here to lie to you. And unfortunately, some of us light workers have to bear the spears of an entire population being lied to for 2,000 years. All the history covered up. And just because we're the ones that open our mouths and go, hey guys, I don't believe you. I think your narrative is shit, and I think you need to take it back to your little nerd circle and rewrite it. For all of us that actually have common sense and a critical theory, critical minds that actually process their reality instead of just being told what to do, I'm here to say hold strong. Okay. One awakened being is worth 1,000,000 sleeping. So do the math. 1,000,000 sleeping. Okay? So 7 people can hold all of Phoenix up if they wanted to. 7 out of the entire population. Los Angeles, 10 can hold the whole population up. So don't think it's a numbers game. No, it's not. It's a power thing. The power in the sense of your light side, again, holds the keys. Your night side guards the doors. They will never let your lower 4D night side out of this containment zone until your light side signs off on them. And that's the way the universe should be. If you've got some sort of a quarantine situation based upon some species doing time jumps into our past, or some of these different races thinking that now listen, did you donate some of your DNA? All right, cool. But like, who are the ones that actually put up the containment field around not only our solar system, but from here to the Pleiades and back? What really is the moon, and what was its original purpose? Where are those guys? Why are you telling me you run things when you don't even know who put that there? You don't even know how to run the operational controls. You don't even have the consciousness to touch an artifact without popping like popcorn and melting from the inside out. Why are you even opening your mouth to explain to me how the universe works? See, what they're going to find is on this planet, ladies and gentlemen, some of us are remembering things that like almost we shouldn't remember. I'm remembering hierarchies and how this place works from like 30, 40, 50,000 plus years ago, and I don't recognize the beings in charge now. To me, you were just a bunch of little kids running around doing circles. I was in stasis, like many of you guys, sleeping, whatever vernacular form you want. You know, we can take it to the hallelujah version and say we were angels upstairs that were like hanging out in heaven and then decided to jump down here from 7D like Yeshua did to get his back and crush some turds. But what I'm trying to say is whatever version it is, there were pieces of us that were not here. That's what you must understand. These cedar races don't come around here, what every 20,000 years? Give me the real number of when they actually check up on this quadrant. 5, 10, 15, 20. How often do they actually show up? 20. Between 20 and 25,000 years. So if we have these elder parents that only show up every 20 to 25,000 years to do like a rough check on what's going on this planet, what does it feel like to actually be a fractal of one of those dudes, not being told since you were incarnated on this planet, realizing you never fit into high school or any of these middle school or anything in this collective culture? You never fit in. You're way too empathic. Most of us party like rock stars early to numb how empathic we really are. You know, how are you going to explain to a kid that you're feeling every single emotion in a grocery store and you're 7 years old of all these people who are in pain? How does that feel? Are you having a good time here? What my expression is to you is that some of you guys are so powerful, you've been numbing yourselves for your entire existence since you opened your eyes in this place. There's no help for us. We are the embodiment of light. We have all the help we need. We are the help. What I'm trying to express to you is this. Us trying to fit into a cookie cutter, us all trying to fit into like a gingerbread house, you know, is never going to work. Our souls are too big. When you guys realize how large your oversoul is and that you're just actually dangling a toe in this suit and interacting, I want you guys to stay grounded in the sense of this. Right now we're going through advanced solar activations with your DNA. I can tell you there's at least 4 to 7 strains that went online in the past 6 months. When you start rebraiding with your own high oversoul, let's just say, they're going to watch you. You're being monitored to see which polarities along with the data you're pulling back. Okay, so if you start pulling back old Egypt DNA, let's just say, when the Sphinx was actually built, not all the civilizations that came afterwards, in your Lyrian, let's just say, are you remembering the memories that are attached to that content or energy? Or are you just remembering the energy? The more powerful you become, the more responsibility you have to wield your consciousness and power in a very specific and balanced manner. If you misuse your power, they'll shut you off. Okay? You might get a 2-week pause. You might get a 6-week pause. You might get a 6-month pause. You might get a year pause. They'll let you retry again. But what I'm trying to say is that if we don't make poor decisions, understand that we're here to flip a planet and help as many beings as we possibly can. And you just stay right there, regardless of the sticks and stones and, you know, arrows or whatever is going on down here. You just go, yeah, I'm only here to help people on this planet. That's what I like to do. Well, let's find a hole in you. Like, what can we do, sir? I like to surf. I like mangoes. I like riding horses at full speed. I like being pulled behind a wave runner where I like dive down, you know, about 30 feet and get pulled at about 30 miles an hour. I don't know. I like doing extreme things. I like climbing things. I like jumping off things. But what about all the other temptations of this planet? You're like, yeah, I'm good. I don't like being hungover. Yeah, I'm good. I like sitting in my power. Yeah, I'm good. I like my body feeling healthy and happy. Yeah, I'm good. I like having happy thoughts, abundant thoughts, prosperous thoughts, thoughts of healing, thoughts of excellence, thoughts of seeing smiles on my friends and family's faces. I don't know what narrative or projector or VCR program you come from, these little nerds on the night side, but I'm here to tell you, you guys can't hold our jock strap when this thing pops off. And I'm here to tell you and give you a heads up that when these activations come, I'm at least expressing my emotions to you on both sides of polarity on what it may feel like to have that sort of data access back. I'm not going to lie to you and pull punches. I'm not going to sit there like a snake or some of these jagaloons and not tell you what's on my mind or what my heart is feeling. I'm going to tell you, hey, I don't agree with that. Hey, I think we can do that better. Hey, how about more love and appreciation and coming together? How about not judging one another by how much melanin's in our skin pigment? Hey, how about I'm literally a hybrid in a hybrid suit? I'm literally the mix of the whole planet in one container. Okay. What I'm getting to, ladies and gentlemen, is you'll get to a place where any sort of temptation, night side weirdness, or greed, or whatever test can't get at you. When you find that place, hold on to it. That place of non-judgment, that place of unconditional love, okay? That place of inner understanding. Listen, it's cool to know that you don't know anything. I'm the same way. I'll never say that I have anything figured out. If anything, the more you figure out, the more you realize you don't know Shiza. You're like, I figured out who my higher selves are. I'm like, well, that in 10 cents can't buy you a cup of coffee, kid. How are you implementing that in the physical? You're like, oh, well, it's like an episode of Star Trek down here. I'm doing my best. But yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. I just wanted to share my conscience and lean in on you and go, hey, a lot of awesome things are coming still. Our collective consciousness drives reality. If half the planet is thinking and waiting for these turds to be removed and this new paradise to be born, guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen. If this weird nerd narrative, hypnotism, controls the population to think a certain way that this is how it is, your consciousness will create that on the planet. I realize that some of us are in constant resistance. It's like almost like some of us are buoys and we're tied off like 40 yards outside, and every single day the tide is trying to pull us in or out. And some of us are just anchors going, just watching the water like, yeah, I'm not getting pulled onshore. And then later in the day, we're like, yeah, I'm not getting pulled outside either. I'm just going to sit right here and just move with the current. This current is consciousness. Okay? So I just want you guys to know I love you. The elders upstairs, if you guys have ever been in trouble, I have when I was in my younger years, when I was doing these activations. I protected a bunch of people from some 4D jagaloons about 10 years ago, and I got my 4D in trouble before, obviously, graduated. But I'm here to tell you, if you ever sit in front of a council, they don't care about your background story. They don't care what family you herald from. They're like, what was your motivation for doing this and why did you do it? Like, they're so specific and they cut all the BS out. I'm here to express that for all beings listening to me who may have night higher selves who think that's not going to affect you because the vessel's unconscious. I'm here to express the entire planetary structure is going to be reorganized. And that's the nicest way I can say that. Reorganize into a place of peace, harmony, and bliss. The Jagaloons, hey, or whatever it is. I don't want to call them Jagaloons. I just don't, I'm trying to be like, hey, there's some weird ducks out there, okay? There's some weird species that, I don't know. That's what happens when you start cloning things in weird labs and you let them loose in the population with no mom, no dad, never went to public high school, and just think then that they're King Kong. It gets weird, It kind of reminds me of like the Peacemaker on HBO, It's like, don't you have any, like, you're not supposed to say that, right? That's awkward. Like, there's no social skills, That's how we need to be, is understanding that interpreting each and other's spirit and what we're trying to say and what we mean. I can see how a lot of elder species kind of just look at us and go, well, they're getting it, but I can see why some of you guys, when you look up and your higher selves give you that stern look, or they give you that just no expression, they're not talking, they just give you like the dad or mom face. You guys, for the first 6 years of my life when I was doing activations around the planet, right? I look up to my big deities and they just give me the they give you just the ice grill. They're like, really? Is that what you're doing? And, it took me years to understand your behavior is a representation of your higher selves. So don't embarrass your higher selves. Choose your heart and do better than they may have done in past timelines or alternate realities or in the multiverse. Maybe you took something, maybe like in a past life, one of your higher selves, when they were in this suit, they took an emotion too far. Okay, we all have stories of this. Just took it way too far. And in this life, you took it down that path and then you went, ooh, I'm not going off the cliff. I'm going to go ahead and hard left back towards my heart and forgiveness. I'm not doing that. Your higher selves will never tell you that that's what they're actually hoping for you. They want you to do better than they did. They want you to find a higher vibrational understanding and truly equation that serves them, but also gives them the lesson without so much collateral damage, okay? That's what we're doing right here. We're doing a lot of balancing, so. All right, when the frequency of love is our primary output, we harmonize with the forces of infinite expansion. I mean, you can't say it better than that, Valerie. You know what I mean? I'm just a surfer guy, Now I'm a cowboy. I don't know. I'm just trying to tell you that ultimate 0-point unconditional love. Because you guys, listen, they say when you go, like, we're in 3rd density, but when you hit 6th density, from 4th density to 5th density, when you hit 6th density, your consciousness goes like Tron universal mode. You understand we are all one. So what I'm trying to express is like, we're only existing like 2 densities from this complete understanding. And I think we're doing pretty good. You know what I mean? I want you guys to understand. We're 2 densities from like, we get it. And listen, each density comes with a lot of, this is what I like to say, because this is something that a lot of, I've been really trying to work on. Like I told you, a master is not teaching quantum physics to a bunch of physicists and with 5,000 page books. Okay, that's not a master. A master is teaching quantum physics to a bunch of 3rd graders using bananas, apples, and oranges where everyone can understand. So I've been trying to break this density dimension thing down, which no one really has a grasp on yet. Okay, again, it's a very complicated issue. But what I can say is in the 3rd density, through our chakra system and our silver cord, we have access to certain dimensions based upon this density. So this density equals X amount of realities we can experience and partake in. When you come up a floor from 3rd density to 4th density, your access to those channels expands. And as you go up to 5th density, it expands even more so. So let's take it really simple. 3rd density, let's just call it planetary level. 4th density, let's call it solar galactic access. You go 5th density, you're getting like, I don't know, galactic. 6 is like universal. What I'm trying to say is that it's like the amount of channels you have on a remote. So I'll do it like this. If this was a third density remote, I have a certain amount of channels I can access, dimensions I can access in a third density remote. I take the remote to a fourth density, I have more access to more channels. I go to a fifth density remote, I'm like fiber optic, baby. I've got the whole universe I can watch and interact with. And then obviously sixth density is, unity consciousness. So that's the way I like to explain. You have more access to more dimensions and understandings the higher in density of a being you are. Cool. All right. You guys having fun? Hey. It's just how many channels I got here? You know, because I'm telling you, on Earth, some of us galactic officers are like, hey, where'd all the analog channels go? Why is everything digital? Hey, who's using those 13 original broadcast channels? What are they using them for? Hey. I don't know. Let's have some fun with some healing sounds, shall we? All right. Come on, son. Come back, man. Come back. All right, so check it out. This is a G 3.84 with an E 320. And these are the solar, right? Yeah, these are the solar tuning forks. Sorry, the Fibonacci. So let me see here. Hold on. No, that's right. So when you hit them, it's E. You go E over the top of 2/3 3.84 G. So, I mean, for all you guys that are tuning masters out there, check it. And I'll tell you why. Okay? So you hit the E on top of G. You'll know you have it right when you hit it. Your right side of your face will start to be like, what is this? So let me show you. I don't know where the remote is over here. Hold on. There's a pulse to it. Okay, let me see if I can do it over here. I'm getting it now. Hold on a second, I'm remembering. Hold on. Okay, you know that woo, 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 woo. It'll kick you off. So let me take my protections off here. I might spin too fast for the cameras. Okay. Okay, I'll try. Whoa, weird. You can almost pull the frequency. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that, so check this out. I'm just going to sit here for a second. Okay, so these are the two to get. So you get the Fibonacci tuning forks. You're going to mix a 2/3 384G. Okay, put that in your left hand, and you get a 320E. The E's fired. Now check it. When you're working on someone on a table, my guides taught me this when I was like doing activations and stuff, and I had like a larger team, and I can only do 2 or 3 people if we're going into like, a spiritual combat and something got in. After 2 or 3 people and out of a team of 6 to 10, I'm drained. So they taught me, they're like, grab 2 tuning forks and do this. So I would go like this, and I could actually pull things off of people using harmonics and sound frequency. Okay. See, my guys only teach me stuff if it's like some sort of application. You know what I mean? They're like, I can't do this. They're like, grab the tuning forks, young buck. And I'm like, you know, that's my guy's version of light side therapy. They're like, well, you don't want to touch it. We'll grab the tuning forks. Sound can also do it. Just let you know how I was trained. You know what I mean? People try to figure out like, why is he like that? Why is he the way he is? I'm like, my higher selves are like Terminator. Like I'm trying to do like a comedy routine, you know? It's like Darth Vader's your uncle. I'm like, hey, way to go. Why am I doing your job? This is awkward. Anyways, the next one. My light side's awesome, by the way. I'm trying to tell you. I don't fit in a box. Okay, this is the F341.3. Bang. You guys are gonna have fun. I'm about to set this off. Okay, and this is a 21 and 3/4. Again, I don't know, you guys, but it's biosonic Fibonacci. You grab the 21 and 3/4, and you grab the 34.1 F. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. I want to be like... So this is for stopping outside weird negative thoughts. It's literally puts your body and your mind, it like wipes all the commercials out of it. So if you guys are getting I can't sleep, it's getting weird, you grab a 21 and 3/4 Fibonacci and put it in your left hand, you put an F 341.3. You're laying in bed, you go, oh yeah, you're going to give me a bunch of fear. Check this out. And just cook it out of your consciousness until all you can hear is this. And it's instantly going to lock you back into a reset. So I would say those are called the reset. Okay, the other one is for removing stuff. And some of you guys are masters with these things. I just grab them because I remember, but check it. It's the combo of two separate frequencies intersecting. It's not like, here's my heart, ding. No, it's this mixed with this and then pulsing it. Completely different situation. Okay, so all you guys that have those out there, practice. Okay, it's two. Bing, bing. And the combo, how you're spinning it, sound does something if you spin it this way, does something if you spin it this way, does something if you spin it this way. What I'm trying to get is get to using sound and frequencies, stuff we all used to know back in the day, okay? All right. Let's pull some cards. You know what I mean? Let's just say, what else you got? What else is going on out there? Hey, I don't know, I love you guys, but we reincarnated. Been trying to tell you for 10 years. Don't know how to put it on a poster for you. All right. I love you guys. By the way, go ahead and shout out where you guys are watching from. I just love you guys. And for all you master sound healers out there, okay? Do the sound bowl. When you're doing the sound bowl and it's starting to crank, go bing, bing with the tuning forks. And I want you guys to start practicing almost like cranking sound, but you're starting a lower vibration with the sound bowl. You get it going. Then you go bing, bing with the tuning forks. You got the low, now you got the high, and then start cranking it. Put those ASMR microphones right in the fire in the middle and record. It's going to be a frequency that you're like, what is this frequency? Similar to some of the magic we used to have back in the old Tartarian healing centers before they were turned into churches and cathedrals, where when they played the organs, you could actually heal people through frequency and sound. It would be cool. I don't know. I just like healing people. So those of you guys that are into healing people, just I'm trying to give you something to play with at night when you guys are doing your stuff. You're going to find a certain pitch, right? And you're going to be like, oh my God, this feels amazing. Lock it in, record it, bang, right? Start stacking those things in 2, 4, 6, 8 channel deals. Play that thing as surround sound when you go to bed, when you like it. When it does something good for you, go ahead and post it on YouTube or on any platform and let people listen to it, okay? But remember, frequency has a vibrational pulse. It's not simply the tone, all right? I'm sure like E.T. space music is one tone with like 15 overlays, and when they hit the overlays, see, we're watching music like this. Their music is like a spiral with 8 different brands wrapping around it. So it's going... There's just like a bee, when a bee gets close to you, the vibration of the bee, you're like, ooh, I feel the vibration. It's a healing vibration, right? Music sound can also do that. So you guys know this. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay? All right, we got some cards. Some dude was like so funny. He was like, how do you know so much? Who are you? I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like every time, like, you could like think you're like, top tier. And then like, every day I'm like, knowing more is cool for all the new guys out there. What's most important for me is you guys to understand that I would want you to go as fast in your consciousness as you can, balanced while staying in your heart. That would be my message to you guys. Go as fast as you can while staying in that positive vibration. Because sometimes, it can lead you to strange places if you let your mind operate faster than your heart, okay? Just take it from me, okay? I'm telling you, it does, okay? All right. Okay, cards. Who's first? Who's first on the cards? Unicorns or dragons? Tell me. Virginia, love you. What's up? Music like DNA, helix, energy. Exactly, Tone. Tone, miss you, bro. I mean, I'm sitting out here in the sun, Don't make me catch you like I caught you last time. No, I was kidding. My brother, Tone. We're getting through this. Oh, what else did I see that was really cool with you guys? Oh, they have ETs in my dream now. And what they do is you'll know it's an ET. So here we go. I'm going to tell you guys to know it's an ET in your dream. And you like remember a dream, but try this. So the past 2 nights I've been having real ETs in my dream. And what they'll do is there'll be a movie screen. You're watching a movie, you're interacting, right? So imagine it's like a 4K movie. There'll be a character whose pixels are off on purpose. So I was in this dream, and then I saw this character of this certain being. It was like, it almost kind of looked like a gorilla type being, Here's what I mean. The shading of it almost looked like a hologram. The size of it was smaller, but they used the gorilla imprint as, hey, don't push on this thing, don't mess with the thing, because, monkeys and gorillas have a lot of strength, right? So what I'm trying to say is that I go, what is that? And I realized that my consciousness knew that that wasn't a human I was interacting with, but it was still interacting. And I was like giving them like food. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? But they used something that my brain felt comfortable with when I knew it wasn't. So I'm trying to tell you, in your dreams, there may be 1 or 2 characters that are in the room, 1 or 2 characters that are watching, 1 or 2 characters that you're interacting with, and you'll realize you're like, wait a minute, this dude right here, hey, what's up, bro? And, oh my goodness gracious, I also figured this out. Okay. So, do you guys know where like nightmares and stuff come from? So, check this out. I think the reason why I watch so much Japanese anime, I like Black Clover, I like, My Hero Academy, I'm starting to understand why I like to watch Japanese anime, and follow me with this, okay? So, in the episode I just watched recently, it keeps triggering memories for me how we interact energetically. and I can't watch certain programming in 3D because it gives me weird thoughts or nightmares. So I can't really even watch horror movies. I haven't watched horror movies in 10 years. But let me tell you something what it is. When I'm combating or doing spiritual warfare, what you're actually fighting against is an alien or an extraterrestrial's consciousness. To us, it seems like a horror film. To them, that is their energetic projection into our field, and their consciousness was bred and grown in a different location. So things that are normal to them seem like a horror movie to us, and vice versa. So when I began to break this down, this is important, you guys. So once I began to understand it's my energy, my will, and my consciousness against what you're projecting out of your head, dude, that's when I started to do like, well, if you can handle 6 hands, how about 100 copies of me each having 6 hands grabbing you? I started realizing that this Japanese anime type thing started opening my mind to controlling a holographic space and an understanding that it's my consciousness and what we want done on this planet versus the weird little nerd consciousness coming from some AI bot, and that I'm competing or battling against your consciousness. So I thought I'd give you guys a heads up on that. Yeah, where do all these weird thoughts and horror stories and why they look so weird and like why is it supposed to be scary? Do you really think that's a human consciousness you're leaning against? Riddle me that, Batman. By the way, just skadooshing. Hey, Nietzsche, tip me on the way out, bro. Your Padawan sucks. Hey! Oh! Oh! So where's it all come from? Oh, you're actually battling another aspects. It's not like human aspect. We're in these human suits. I'm going against your consciousness from some weird little planet through a gate where you think, oh, this is gonna scare them. I'm going like, my turn. And by the way, I'm grounded in a physical suit in this game. I've got a V12. You're a 4D attachment. Wang. So understand that. So once you guys begin to understand, oh, it's my consciousness against something projecting in. Oh, so in my imagination or in my virtual version of it, what if I had, imagine we're in some sort of, we're squaring off in a forest. Let's just say. Well, in my construct, I actually turned all the trees alive and they're running at you with 6 hands trying to pinch you, while you're trying to do some weird, whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to get to is that understand who's in control of your dream time. What is causing you fear? I can tell you the one thing they fear is you not being in fear. Pay attention. All right. Hey, you could do it with love too. I mean, just so we're clear, Buddha, Lord Siddhartha, when, Brahma would test him, and Mara would come at him. Remember, he turned all the bad thoughts and weird things that were coming at him into lotus petals. He would just transmute. Boom, boom, boom. He had the 6, hot demon ladies coming at him, trying to tempt him when he was sitting in front of the Bodhi tree. What does that gangster do? He throws up a mirror and shows them an old age. And goes, hey, your beauty only lasts so long, sweetheart. Here's what you look at 85. And they was like, oh my God. What I'm getting to, transmute. Right? So from the love and light side, and when you're doing these things, it's here. Let me explain something. Some of you guys controlling your dream space and say a neighborhood in Oregon. Check this out. You have mastered your heart. You're stepping into your power. And you basically, night after night, keep defeating one after another everyone's demons. After a while, no one in a 30-mile radius can have a bad dream. There's no kid that can have a night terror in a 30-mile circle. You guys think what I'm saying is kind of, well, are you serious? I'm like, there are beings that powerful. How many little kids that are sleeping in the houses next to you are waiting for a being like you to shut off all nightmares on this planet? Do you think that these nightmares belong here? Do you think that's part of our human consciousness? Who put them there and for what purpose? You guys talk about archons and you talk about all these weird things, but you don't want to talk about nightmares? Full 360. Back to center. All right. Just let you know. Come on in. Water's nice and warm. We're going to get him. I'm like, I'm not. I'm not in here with you, boy. You're in here with me, and I've been bored for a real long time. Get in here. Having little ETs just scared for their life. No, I'm just kidding. Where do they come from? Just remember, what's the difference? Some of us unlock that version, understand what we think and what we feel is what we project. So project love, light, and abundance, and please, I'm just telling you, they'll let you have fun with it, having some, Hulk smash days, but then they're go, hey, are you conscious enough to knock it off? You can't just be a pit bull that bites everything. And do you know when to bite and when not to bite? You're like, yeah, I know. If they don't violate the protocol, I can't, they don't violate, I gotta walk, just there's rules and regulations, okay? I'm just trying to tell you, where do those nightmares come from? Ask yourself that. Ba-da-da-da-da. Casually with some sage. Hi. How are you guys? Sage it up. We're going to pull cards and we're going to wrap it. My son has moved too much. I don't know why I want to share this, but I want to share you what I mean. If you have some weird little nerds projecting in on your field, and say you were born and raised a surfer like I was, there's nothing scarier than being caught inside when there's one wave just exploded and there's 3 set behind it and they're 15 plus feet tall and you're borderline gonna drown. And it's exploding all around you, and when you come up, when you dig to the top of the water, there's 2 feet of foam, so you come up for a breath and you can't even get air. What I'm trying to say, when you compete with some of these things, use raw nature. That's a little secret I shall give you. Raw nature. There's nothing gnarlier than raw Mother Nature. Okay? These guys think they're, oh really? You had a 20-foot wave crush in front of you? Oh, guess what? This is what it feels like. So I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be some poo-poo, bang-bang thing. I'm just saying, think about Mother Nature. Think about nature in general, okay? It will help you keep it in a straight line, okay? No matter talking or technology can save you when you're in the water and here comes 3 more waves and you're like, I'm gonna die. That's going through your head. That's boom. Try that on, bro. Try a day in my board shorts, sweetheart. All right. Let's do some cards. If you think about it, they do that weird apocalypto thing all the time. How many people are like, another apocalypse dream? Oh, really? We're all on fire again and we're underwater? What is it this time? I mean, the thing's on repeat. And I'm sorry to blow up the whole game these guys are playing, but I don't know. I've told you, these guys have been out of material for a very long time. They just bounce it around on repeaters. I want to do Odin first. Odin in the 9 realms, Orca, Miss Sonia Grace, who will be at our SedonaCosmicAwakening.com conference. All right. Sonia, give me some fire. Things to pay attention to for this week and next week, for the next 2 weeks. Okay? Little grays are like, oh my God, boy. It's like, who is this? I'm like, it's a force of nature, boy. I didn't know. Sorry. I like little, hey, by the way, I give the grays a little too much BS. There's some turd, negative reptilian dudes, Sakar, and some of these dudes that actually deserve a lot more than some of these dudes. And I don't like to pick fingers, but I'm telling you, at least when I talked about the grays, that one guy from Orion showed up to go, yo, what's up? I don't know. It's strange. there's a lot more there's a lot more. That's why I don't try to be speciesist. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be like, yo, everyone has rad beings in their collective, and there's a lot of people that are just turds, and it goes for any species. Okay, so try not to judge all species negatively because a handful of them are freaking ridiculous. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. Loki came up. All right. Let's see what this card has to do. All right, so Loki. All right. We should read this one. All right, here we go. All right. Loki probably would say something like that. Hey, you know what? To really make an ET scared, try this. You know? I don't know. I am not Loki, but I'm just telling you. Loki. Please post anything relevant in your territory that you want to share with the collective consciousness. People that need help, of things to pay attention to. I really appreciate it. While I'm finding Loki. If I can do that faster. All right, Sonia, let's go ahead and put a... Why does every... Sonia, why don't we put a thing in there? Wow. Got it. Loki is a giant born of Farabadi in Nal. He belongs to the Aesir. He fathered 3 beings from the Midgard serpent, the wolf Venir, and Hel with the ogress Araboda. He then married Sigyn, with whom he had a son Nari. He's a giant among the gods who live an illusionary life. One minute he appears as himself, the next he is shapeshifted into something else together. Loki card is a direct message about your life and how you are integrating all of who you are into your reality. Loki encourages us to take another look at the illusion and what we present versus what is our truth. That is a good card. So what he's saying is, hey, there's a lot of illusion going on out there. Pay attention to what is your truth and what is the illusion. Okay? Good card. The illusion. Come from your heart, baby. All right. Let's have some fun. All right, let's do Star Dragons. Everyone likes the dragons. Next 2 weeks. No, you're funny. You're a funny guy. Come on. But you know what? They're like, hey. Come on, next 2 weeks for all my dragons. All right. Oh. Culmination, completion up, and renewal. So you guys, in the next 2 weeks, we're going to have completion. Okay? Completion. Completion. Completion and renewal. So it's the culmination, 27. Culmination. Next 2 weeks, the culmination. I love you guys. That's why I wanted to come here. Look, it's freezing outside. I'm probably putting my coat on now. But I was like, you know what? I just want to talk to my family. I want to share because I'm processing all this stuff with you. And yes, a lot of these countries are going to change and a lot of things are going to sweep across the planet. You guys, I don't know when, but I am saying in the next 2 weeks there's a lot of huge changes coming. Whatever this narrative is, it can't keep up with the truth coming out. Okay? If you guys wanted some sort of a meter on that, when new information is disclosed off the mainstream, it may take up to 2 weeks to actually make the mainstream, where everyone else catches up to it. So let you know, it's about a 2 week of, you just found out, you just heard about it, the guy just said it, 2 weeks before the mainstream's like, hey, by the way, this is going on. So it's about a 2 week pause of, I understand what's going on, to I'm seeing it. Okay. All right. Okay, you guys choose. Ascended Masters or Babare Zodiac. Which one we got? You guys tell me which one you want. And I shall deliver. The ivory tower is coming down. Yes, sir. Chris, I love you, by the way, bro. I pay attention. You're fire, bro. You guys, Masters? Okay. Zodiac. Okay, we'll just do them both. Just keep it going. I have my jacket on, though. It's like Superman. I'm only good in the sun, bro. All right. Ascended Masters. Things for everyone to pay attention to for the next 2 weeks. My starseeds, my angelics, my rock stars, my Gaia's kids, everyone of the light. Right? And figuring that out. What do they need to know for the next 2 weeks? Drink more water. Ashun. So, drink more water to me also means detox. Detox your belief system, detox your body, cleanse your body. Drink more water, cleanse your consciousness. Okay. Right? Drink more water. How about detox your life? All right. Barbary. Here I come. I know, I see you guys. Barbary. I've been detoxing the past 2 weeks. I've lost like 8 pounds. I wanted to lose, mind you. You know, but I really noticed that changing my diet, denser and denser foods, I can't do it. It's like, when you guys start flying, like, okay, for example, I'm trying to give you guys something cool to look forward to on why you would want to change your diet in the physical. So I noticed that the cleaner my diet got, not only the more aware I was in my dreams, but the more abilities I could maintain for a period of time. And I do want to give you a heads up on this. So let me lean in here and tell you what I figured out. So in 4D, I can levitate casually all day, every day. Don't have much thrust, don't have acceleration. 5D, I can fly like Iron Man. So let me tell you something what I realized. I was in 4D, and they had us in this, like, a lot of you guys see me in our classes, and we're doing, like, calisthenics. We're almost doing, like, team drills, you know? So I was in this, like, 6-man squad with all you guys, and it's almost like you have to jump over fences, you know, almost like an obstacle course. Well, I noticed that when I would run, my hands light up. And what happens is, you guys, if you guys really start getting into like the levitation flying thing, there's a huge sigil that lights up on my pants, on both hands. It's some sacred geometry thing. When you guys start looking at your hands in other dimensions, there's something about it that your energy of what you process and think about actually manifests in that reality, okay? So check this out. I noticed that I was flying a lot by almost like pressure waves that come out of my hands, and my feet were kind of like just in the lotus position, right? But weren't really like thrusting. Like I didn't have, like, it's almost, I mean, I woke up tired. I'm like, dude, I keep like launching off this thing and flying and then landing. And the issue is that almost all my force was coming out of my hands. So this is what I started thinking about. I've got this Japanese foot bath thing, right? And I kept saying, Well, how much heavy metals is in this suit? How many processed foods have I eaten my whole life? How much metal is actually in the base of my feet that in 4D, when I'm flying, almost all my energy has to shoot out of my hands to get over an obstacle because my feet aren't working. So I say this to you guys, so I want you to think about it, right? When's the last time you had a Japanese foot bath or one of the machines to actually pull all those heavy metals out of your body? When's the last time you did a heavy metal detox? So I'm telling you, I'm conscious enough in this reality to share this with you. It affects you in other dimensions when the suit down here is buried in heavy metals. That's why they're dumping the chemtrails, the food, the water, all that stuff. So again, from the Ascended Masters deck, drink more water, detox. And I'm telling some of you guys to give you a little more emphasis on why you might want to detox your body. If you guys want to do more supernatural stuff in the other dimensions, think about this now. The cleaner your vessel is, okay? And I'm telling you, all day, every day out of my hands, okay? My feet, I'm having a hard time thrusting like I do in 5D. So there's something going on with me in this suit right now because we're basically in 4, right? We're like 3 into 4 right now. What's going on in this suit right now that I'm not paying attention to? I'm going to do a foot bath later tonight. And I'm just telling you, get those heavy metals out of your body, especially if we have some sort of a solar activity. Okay, check it. What does a solar flash and a solar thing affect? All the metal, all the electronics. Getting as much metal out of your body is a really wise thing to do. And I'm just tell you that. Oh, what's an EMP do? What's a solar thing do? It all affects all the electrical lines. Look up the solar flare like 1896 when it cooked all the power lines. I'm just trying to tell you, what is it? If we're biological beings, get the heavy metals out of your body. That's all I'm trying to say. You guys can post, if you would like, all the different methods, detoxification, channels, articles that you want right here, okay? And go, hey, how to detox a human body. You know what I mean? Right here. Boom. Hit it. I know you guys, some of you guys are on it, like bang, bang, bang. Hey, it's probably, by the way, it probably goes hand in hand with living in a healthy life to keep you safe from some of this jibby jabba wonka tonka stuff as well, right? But getting those heavy metals out of your body, I'm telling you, it does affect you in dream time when you're doing supernatural stuff or natural stuff. Just seems supernatural in the physical. What do we got? Oh, Bobbery. All right. Oracle deck. I just wanted to share it with you because I was like, I need to say that. I'm noticing the correlation. All right. It's in the bottom of your feet, guys. I can't tell you. That's why you guys get those Japanese foot pads and you stick them on the bottoms of your feet and you peel them off in the morning and they're jet black. That's where your body naturally moves all the impurities down to the bottom of your foot. Anything you guys can do to expedite that is greatly going to help you, okay? Just telling you. All right, Babari. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing that. You're welcome. I just noticed that, a lot of the information I get is stuff that I experience, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then I sit there and I think about it. I'm like, what would cause my feet to be off? Because I can fly in other dimensions easy. Some of our friends that you may know are really, really good levitators, but, not going to say it. All right. Mars. All right, Mars. 17. I'll read this before you guys do. Mars. From the Oracle deck. Bobbery. Mars. Now, you guys pay attention, obviously, to the Mars symbol. But also pay attention to that 17. There's something else going on here I'm picking up. 17 days to what? Pay attention. Mars. Okay? So let's take a look at the Mars and what it says. Sweet, sweet Bobbery. 17 Mars. Mars. Mars is associated with the god of war. Mars represents some very powerful drives, such as competitiveness, assertiveness, and aggression. Issues about courage, confidence, passion, and strength are also part of Mars. So, what do I feel like this card has to do with these next 2 weeks? We all know the world is fed up with this BS. We all know that we have been lied to and that something's not right. Anyone who's a critical thinker on this planet understands that something's not right. Did your leaders in your country accept that money that came out from the WHO? How much did they accept to lock down the country? We know the guys from Belarus told you it was $1 billion cash to shut the country down. When I see my friends in these countries messages me, you know, in these small countries too, I go, wow, that's interesting. Your king and queen actually took that money, huh? Yeah, go ahead and get ready for your next booster, buddy. I start feeling strange. There's a combination in me. I think that some people are actually really good people and they thought they were doing the right thing. But then there are those that understand what they're doing is not good for the collective. And that price that you're signing off on, your soul will never be able to pay forward. So good luck with that. Imagine the decision of a king and queen affecting, 25 million people. You're going to have a lot of karma to pay for a very long time. So there's not really a nice way for me how to slice that, kids. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be you. But I can say some of us that come from that Atlantean Lemurian timeline, been there, done that. Nothing that's happening right now is new. And I think many of you guys understand that. So, the Mars energy is holding strong and tempering that anger with making sure that some of these people that we need to vote out are, no one ever votes for them again. Get the right people in Congress, the Senate, your world leaders. Vote out everyone that doesn't serve the collective. That's what we can do in a non-violent way. Okay, just vote out everyone you don't want. And look, and I understand that in some of these countries, dude, they're going for full-blown totalitarianism. That's a hard one for me. Totalitarianism. And I understand it sucks. I'm here to say that there's a lot of bright things coming, and I'm here to say that we are a world collective. There's no more your country, our country. I truly feel when one of us, or when one of these countries, and when we start breaking loose, Mexico, just so you know, just opened all their borders. No mandate necessary, no papers. It's going to start happening on a much faster level. And I tip my hat off to Mexico for standing up, by the way. Thank you. I love you. You guys are like 300 miles dead south. Thank you. Someone has some courage. For all my homies in Australia and Germany, just hold tight, dude. I love you. I'm saying I feel the same like Mars energy that you do. Like, yo, so how much longer are we, you almost feel like, you're you almost feel like you're like a wolf pretending you're a dog at mealtime. You're like, how much longer do I gotta pretend that I'm a sheep before I can just come get you? I know what it feels like. I got the same thing going on over here. I want you to know that stay patient, have faith, and yes, do your best to make sure that this is not replicated by removing those that do not deserve to be there. Okay. All right, we'll end with the last card of today. Spirit cards by my brother John Mosley. By the way, you guys, SedonaCosmicAwakening.com. I think you guys, there's 150 tickets left. I mean, every time I mention it, it's like 50 tickets fly by. I love you. The place that we rent, it only holds 220, 240. So, just want to let you guys know that if you are thinking of coming, or if there's a travel issue, hey guys, just chill and remember that, like, if you're waiting for your country to open up with travel, I got your back. Maybe the best thing to do is just email support@teamlight.com and just let us know, hey, can you hold a seat for me? I'm waiting to see what my travel thing's going on here. It may be wise to do that because we'll definitely hold a seat for you. You know what I mean? Just let us know. All right. Look how cool these cards are. All right. Going into overtime. Things my family, starseeds, angelics need to know for the next 2 weeks. Oh, they're on this. Warrior S. Devotion, assertiveness, focus. It's that Warrior S, baby. Here we go. It's that. Look how beautiful these cards are. Warrior S. Right? Still has that. Yeah, it does still have that Mars vibe, though, bro. It's like, Warriors. All right? So, hey. This is what we're looking at for the next 2 weeks. Be a light, warriors. Stand your ground and say no. Okay? I forget where it was. In Dutchland? Dutchland? The Dutches? All the restaurants apparently went against the forced mandate, and they opened all the restaurants up. And so everyone can go to the restaurants and eat as normal. I forget where it is. If you guys know exactly, I believe it's somewhere in Holland. Forget exactly where. But yeah, so my thing is that we don't have to follow some of these things that, our Supreme Court just struck down everything, by the way. Fake media is not talking about it, so I don't know what to tell you about that. Our Supreme Court struck down all those forced mandates. So that's a good step in the right direction. I love you guys. What else? I've got a bunch of goodies downstairs that I've been working on for you guys. Check out store.teamlight.com. You know what? Homie hookup. Go ahead and email. I feel cool. Email support@teamlight.com. Take a look at the website, store.teamlight.com, and ask for the homie hookup. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a coupon code for like 20% off anything you guys want in that on my store. I do feel I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like something's changing. My direction is changing in what I'm going to be doing. And I can't really tell you what that feels like. I feel like I'm going to be able to start making my creations life-size instead of small. I can't wait to make something like as powerful as the stuff I make, but make it 30 feet tall. Something's changing in me. I'm just letting you guys know. I love you guys. I'm sorry if I don't get back to you guys on Facebook. It's really strange. Sometimes your messages come through, sometimes they don't. YouTube, I love you. The easiest way to get a hold of me if you guys have questions about products or things is email support@teamlight.com. But I'm telling you, if you guys are feeling that your past is kind of being erased, what you used to do for a living is starting to fade away, it's because we are fading or rising into a new reality or a new vibration. And it's okay to get rid of that stuff. I just want to be real, you know what I mean? It's okay to, hey, my frequency feels like it's going higher than it used to be. I want you guys to know that that's a good thing, okay? And let you guys know that that's all a part of growth and who we are and what we want to become, which is that higher vibrational energy for everyone on this planet. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. And thanks so much for joining me here on our little morning coffee. Yogi! Grogu. Little baby Yodi. Here we go. All right, Grogu. For everyone here. Right on Facebook, I love you. You guys hold tight this next week or 2 weeks. We're going to get through this. I love and appreciation from Sedona. Peace. YouTube is fire! 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 Fire on these things. Some fire. We love you guys. May the force be with you always. Peace. You guys hold tight. We're going to come through this together. Peace.